Hey guys, Paul here from familywheels.ca. Thanks for tuning in. You know, the world, I'm beginning to realize, works in strange and unusual ways, because I knew I'd be testing a Honda for you, but I didn't know which model up until this morning. Well, it turns out it's the 2015 Honda Fit. Brand new, completely redesigned vehicle. And I had to chuckle a little bit because up until last year, we actually owned a Honda Fit, a 2009 second generation Fit. But we got rid of it because we had a kid on the way and we just didn't think it would be enough car. This is considered a subcompact after all. We wound up getting a much larger Volvo station wagon. I've really kind of taken a hit for you guys here today because I've arrived at what I consider to be the depths of hell, the Costco parking lot, to prove a point. You know, between diaper runs to Costco, the strollers you got to jam in, diaper bags, groceries, all that stuff that seems to just pile into a car once you have a family, we just didn't think that the Fit would be enough vehicle. But let's take a look. I'm going to keep an open mind here and take a look at the from the ground up brand new 2015 Honda Fit, see if we think that it can actually become a good family car. Alright, pulling out of the Costco parking lot. I think I remembered everything. Dog food, diapers, we're good. That means we can start talking about the car a little bit more here. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved our Honda Fit. It was a great car for us at the time. In fact, I loved it so much that I convinced my in-laws to buy a Fit of their own a year after we got ours. There were a few things that I didn't like about the Fit. I didn't like the fact that it didn't have a temperature gauge, the fact that you couldn't get leather seats, heated seats, a sunroof. Well, Honda's really come out with a very well-considered product with the new Fit. It looks great. It looks like a shark swimming through the water. And on the inside, all the things that I didn't like have been fixed. In fact, the car is now made in Mexico instead of Japan, where the Fit was made up until this third generation. And because of that, it means that it was a bit cheaper to make, and they were able to put some more features into the car for pretty much the same amount of money at the end of the day. For example, the base model includes things like a 5-inch touchscreen entertainment system, USB connectivity, a Bluetooth connectivity system right on the steering wheel, and a rear backup camera. Now, if you bump up this vehicle to the LX line, which is what we're in today, the LX includes things like a larger 7-inch touchscreen entertainment system, and this is a big one for the Fit, heated seats, because up until now, you couldn't even get heated seats on the most upper level of the Fit, which now, by the way, is called the EXL line, and that includes leather seats, automatic climate control, a sunroof, and push-button start. Honda's also done a complete redesign on the engine and transmission of this vehicle. It means that there's now over 15% reduction in fuel economy. This vehicle was already fantastic in terms of fuel economy. Now it's best in class. It gets about 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway and 7 liters per 100 kilometers in the city. And to put that in perspective, that's about as good as my Honda motorcycle, which just sips gas. So fantastic news for Honda, and that means that it's now got best in-class fuel economy compared to its competitors, the Ford Fiesta, the Kia Rio, the Hyundai Accent, and the Nissan Versa Note. But I'll tell you, the one thing that really stood out for me with the Fit when I was shopping around back in the day was the fact that this little car had such clever use of space. The back seats fold flat. There's all kinds of different configurations that you can make with the back seats to make for great cargo room. And Honda knew when it had something good, it hasn't changed those, it calls them magic seats. It hasn't changed that for the 2015 year. Okay, let's talk about family features here for a second, because when we had our old Fit and we knew that Roger was going to be arriving any day, we brought out our old bucket seat, the rear-facing child seat, and put it in the back, and quickly realized that there wasn't going to be enough space, because to make room in the back, we'd have to put this passenger seat up front way forward, to the point where it was basically rendered unusable by someone like myself who's got such height. You can see I've already adjusted the front seat, and this is what I was talking about before. It doesn't leave a heck of a lot of room for a passenger. In fact, you're just looking at less than a foot of space all told. Okay, so the next standardized test I wanted to do is the Family Wheels trunk test with you, and that entails loading up the trunk of all of our vehicles with exactly the same set of gear. We've got a fold-up stroller, my backpack, diaper bag, beach ball, and a couple of bags of groceries. And you can see, in the case of the Fit, that's pretty much all you're getting in there. Alright, so I'm on my way back to Village Honda, the dealership that gave us this car for the day. And aside from a couple of beefs that still stand from the old car, like some of the finishes still feel a bit cheap and plasticky and just kind of tacky, like the dashboard, in and around the door panels, and the fact that it's still got a bit of cabin noise that you might be hearing right now. It's not a particularly quiet car. Aside from that, man, I have to say I'm feeling a little bit of not buyer's remorse today, but seller's remorse, because I'm kind of wishing that I'd just never sold our old Fit. It's a reminder being in here of what a comfortable and spacious place it is to be. And yeah, I mean, it's got a top in-class safety rating. Both Kelly Blue Book and the Canadian Black Book give it top ratings in class for resale value. Yes, you are going to pay a little bit more for this car, between $14,500 and $22,500, depending on the model, and that is more than its competition, but it's a good place to be. It's well thought out. It's a better car than it was, and it was already a great car. So I'm eating a bit of crow here today and going, even for families, honestly, take a look as a secondary vehicle, or if you just need something for getting around town, you don't have kids in rear-facing child seats anymore, the new Honda Fit really is an option worth looking at.